Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a video on the 10 things I learned this past year, 2015. And excuse my voice, I'm still kind of sick, so I'm probably like all stuffed up and I'm probably gonna have to blow my nose a lot. So yeah. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay, now the first thing I learned in 2015 was to listen to my heart, then to follow it. So I decided to listen to my heart, what makes me happy, what doesn't make me happy, my own thoughts, my own opinions, and base my decisions off of that instead of kind of basing my decisions on what other people were telling me, what kind of like my brain was telling me, and what I was like supposed to do, what the right thing was to do. And of course, that doesn't mean I blocked off everyone else's opinions or anything. I just kind of listened to my heart first, and then second, I would listen to everyone else's opinions and kind of put that together and then base a decision with my brain helping me do all that. Does that make sense? Second thing I learned is don't be scared of change. Don't be scared to take risk. Now, change is good, but people seem to be scared of change. They like where they are. They like the comfort of knowing that nothing's changing. And so once something has changed, people freak out. And you know what? That's okay. Change is good. It makes us do things that we've never done before, and it makes us grow as a person and just learn other things we probably would have never learned. Change is good, and I always thought like it's too late to change anything. I've always been like, I'd be into something a couple of months and I'd be like, it's too late, I can't change my path. But the thing is, we can change our path whenever we want to. Change is good. Taking risks is good. If you think that's what's going to make you happy, then do it. Don't be scared of change. Third thing I learned was don't care what people think. Now you hear this all the time, right? But if something makes you happy, then do it. Why does it matter what other people think? If it makes you happy, then just go ahead, keep doing it. Do what makes you happy regardless what other people say. Now, whenever I say this, I do mean like there are boundaries to this. It doesn't give you an excuse to go off and do something stupid and then be like, I don't care what anybody thinks. No, that's not what I mean, okay? But it's like if you're on a path to do something or someone makes you happy, I don't know, other things, just do it. If it makes you happy, just do it, But like I said, there's boundaries, okay? Let's not be stupid. Fourth thing I learned is to be happy. Now, this is so generic. Everyone says it right, but it's true, man. So I have like 3 points that I want to make in this like category of being happy. And the first one is it's our happiness. Why do we like to give away our happiness to other people? We should be in control of our own happiness. We should not give the power to control our happiness to somebody else. It's our happiness, it's our life. Let's keep it that way. Let's not start giving it out to other people so they can do the little on and off switch for it. Second thing is life is short. Plain and simple, life is short, man. We don't know when it's going to end. So why are we going to waste time doing something that we're not happy doing? So life doesn't wait for anybody. It doesn't wait for anybody at all. It doesn't wait for you. It doesn't wait for me. So why waste time doing something we're not happy when we could just start doing something that does make us happy and we can live a more happy life? Third thing, I like learning about happiness. Who doesn't like to learn how to be more happy, right? I don't know. I'd like to read about it and stuff. And one thing I learned is to ask yourself like these questions just kind of randomly throughout the day. Just first question is, how do you feel? Like, do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Do you feel excited, nervous, scared? Just how do you feel at this moment? Second thing is, well, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing at this exact moment? Third thing is, do you want to be doing this right now, or do you need to be doing this? There's need and want. That's two different things. Like, you either want to be doing it or you have to be doing it. Fourth question is, who are you doing it with? Because who you base your life around and like who you spend time with, it's going to influence your overall emotions, and just it's going to influence you. So yeah, ask those 4 questions and kind of put them in perspective. Like if you find that you're sad one time, and then we'll be like, well, what am I doing? Who am I with? Do I want to be doing it? Do I need to be doing it? Those questions can answer a lot. 5th thing I learned kind of has to do with the one before, but be positive. Now, what we put out into the universe is going to come back full circle and come back to us. So this is kind of like the law of attraction thing. I'm trying to get into it more this year than I have been this past couple of months. I kind of do it here and there, you know, like I have like a manifestation journal that I just kind of been writing in. But I want to get more into that. But for now, just be positive. If you put out positivity, then you're going to be getting positivity. But if you put out negative energy, then you know what? That negative energy will come back to you. Be as positive as you can in all the situations. There's always a positive and there's always a negative. But you know what? You got to focus on the positive. 6th thing I learned is different is good. Why is different such a bad thing? You know what? It's not a bad thing at all. And this can go with so many things, but if you're like on a different path than what everyone else is doing, that's okay. Because if everyone was on the same path doing the same things, then you know what? Our world would be boring as fuck. And that would just not be fun. And that would not be good at all. So different is good. It's okay to be different. You don't have to be doing what everyone else is doing. Simple as that, man. 7th thing I learned was to don't compare yourself. Now, as a society, we love to do this. Now, we don't love it because, of course, it makes us feel like shit, but we do it all the time. And the reason it makes us feel so bad is because we always tend to compare ourselves to people that we think are doing, and I just spit, to people that we think are doing better things than us. And instead of being jealous and feeling bad about ourselves from comparing ourselves to the other person, we should admire them. We should look up to them, see them as a role model, so we can then help to get ourselves up to that level. It's just changing the perspective. That's really all it is. The 8th thing I learned was to open my heart. I'm still working at this. It's very difficult for me to do. I'm a very closed off person. I do not let anybody near me. I'm just like, ugh, get away! I don't know why. I just am. I always like to block people off, push people away, and I'm trying not to do that anymore. And I think I've gotten pretty good at it this year. Not as good, but you know what? I'm getting there. That's all that matters. Simple. Open up my heart more. The 9th thing I learned was that it's okay to be vulnerable. Now, we like to see vulnerability as a weakness, as something to be ashamed of, but I just don't see it that way anymore. And that's kind of one of the ways that I don't like to seem weak to anybody. So I never like to be vulnerable, or like I said, I never like to open my heart to anybody. And it's just the opposite. And I have been trying to like learn a lot about it. And one researcher that I like is Brené Brown. She does a lot. She has like a TED Talk over this, and she has like a lot of books and stuff. But I'll link her TED Talk below. But I like this. One thing she says in her TED Talk is that vulnerability is the core of shame, fear, and our struggle for worthiness, but it's also the birthplace of joy, creativity, belonging, and love. Vulnerability is not bad. We need to learn to accept it. We have to learn to see it, realize it for what it is, and we have to accept it. And so, yeah, I'm trying to realize vulnerability is not a bad thing, and it's okay to be vulnerable. The 10th thing I learned was that there's never a perfect time. That is just an excuse. Now, I can be a perfectionist at things, at certain things, and one of them is I always don't like to start anything until I know that the time is right. But the thing is, there's never really a perfect time. There's always going to be something else getting in the way, or you're going to make another excuse that, like, oh no, I have to wait until this is done. Oh, I have to wait till this, blah, 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 blah. You know what? If you just keep on doing it, you're just going to be like, years later, you're going to be like, what the hell? There was never a perfect time, and you know what? That's the thing. There's never a perfect time. You might as well just go ahead and start doing what you want to do now. So that's the 10 things that I have learned this past year. Well, those are like the top 10 that I could think of. But I do want to mention that veganism as a whole can be just like the main bubble of all of these 10 points, because I don't think I would have learned and have grown so much this year if it wasn't because of veganism. And that sounds kind of weird to say, like, how can you be vegan impact you so much to learn all this? But it's just because veganism, it just kind of opens your mind. You just feel so much better. You just have this awesome community. It's just, you have to think with an open mind, honestly. You can't be so closed-minded when you join this lifestyle. And when you do join this lifestyle, it's just amazing. It's kind of really hard to explain, but veganism has changed my life in many, many, many ways. But yeah, before I just start rambling too much, I will let you guys go. Let me know some of the things that y'all have learned this past year. And hopefully this video has helped y'all out for like the little bitty advices that I try to give here and there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. All these little pieces.
I'm gonna try one. I haven't taken my teeth. It's really surprisingly good. I was kind of thrown off by